Yes, it is that awkward silence when you start a Facebook Live and you're just waiting for some people to join you. That is what this is. Anyway, here we go. And welcome to this week's coffee chat with me. Hello, I am Catherine Oster, and I'm just really grateful you are here watching, listening, wherever in the world you are, whatever you're up to. Thank you for taking the time. And today I want to chat with you about stress. You know, in real time. Hey, good morning, Robert. Good morning. In real time, it's Friday, November 26th, which happy Black Friday / day after Thanksgiving to all of you Americans. What can you be grateful for today? And every day. I mean, really, let's make the gratitude a daily occurrence and activity. Anyway, back to stress. We're rolling around to that, Christmas holiday season, which can be extremely stressful for people. In the media and in movies and all over, Christmas is made up to be this joyous, exuberant, happy experience, and it's not actually that for a lot of people. Good morning, Loretta. It can be extremely stressful, especially when you are, stress. The triggers can be trying to get it right, doing a great job, trying to look after everybody else's needs. You have the list of all the family members that are coming, and Aunt Martha is gluten-free, so you need to make sure you have something for Aunt Martha. And great grandma does not like cranberries, so you need to make sure you have no cranberries for great grandma, but other people might like cranberries. And you have this whole list, and that can be extremely stressful. And oftentimes what happens is we lose ourselves in the event of making sure that it's a joyous experience for everyone else, but you end up being stressful and miserable. Really, what if there is another possibility, for you for this holiday season and moving forward into your life? Like, what is stress really? What if stress is your perception of a situation or an event or of yourself? And what if you can start to change your perception and then therefore change and shift the stress around, the energy around a certain event, situation, people, etc. And so what if there is strategy and tools that you can use to start to change that for yourself? And what if stress can actually make you stronger versus being destructive? The destructive stress is when it triggers us to resist and to avoid and to think that we can't handle something and to contract and to not face it. But one of the strategies and the tools will help you to lean into the stress, to stay in the question of, what is this really? And start to take action around all of the events that can be stressful in your life. These, it doesn't mean that, life is always going to happen. There's always going to be something. The stress is never going to go away. And I know, no matter, how bad you want to make it go away, but it's how you handle the situation that can start to change it for yourself. Looking back on my life, there have been a lot of stressful things that really did bring up a lot of stress. But using the tools and the strategy that I have learned over the last 8 years, I've been able to stay present and take those events and those situations and make different choices with them, including myself. Stress for me was a lot of where I gave myself up in favor of other people and where I didn't include myself in my life, honoring myself, especially with events and hosting things and Christmas. It's like, okay, what is going to make everybody else happy and not even think about myself? Really good coffee, by the way. Anyway, so I'm going to, if you can just, one of the things that you can use to stay present in a stressful situation is this tool of expanding out energetically. Now, this, if you're, if kind of you're a first time energetic person, this might seem like, what is that even going to change? Because it doesn't even do anything. You don't do anything. And that was one of the things where I was like, when I first started learning these tools, where I was like, well, how does that even work? You don't even do anything. But it does. And so I was at the point in my life where like I basically had nothing to lose. Like, why not try this? Because I have nothing to lose. My life really couldn't get any more stressful, or felt like it was more stressful than it was at the time. Which was back in 2012, 2013, anyway. Yeah. So what all you do is you just take a deep breath and you expand out energetically your being. You expand your being out energetically in all directions. Above you, below you, all the way around you. And you lower your energetic barriers. We put up these energetic barriers when we're around people or in certain events, as a way of protecting ourselves from being hurt and from whatever we've decided we need protection from. But what it is, these energetic barriers also create stress. Because when you're trying to be with an event or a situation and you don't have clarity about it, again, what if stress is how you perceive something, your perception of something? When you have these energetic barriers up, hey Ange, good morning, you cannot see clearly what is going on because you have a barrier. So you have to like look around, which you only get to see like part of what's going on, or look around this way and you only get to see that side, or you look up or you look down. But you're not facing, being present head on with what is creating the stress in your life. And so these barriers, and it might, oftentimes it's never as crazy or intense or as intimidating as we make it out to be, because when we lower our energetic barriers, we can actually have more clarity about something. Oh, thank you so much, Ange. I'm so happy you're here too. You're gonna have to catch the replay though, so you can like go back and listen to all the stuff we already talked about anyway, after. Stress. Good morning, Jackie. Okay, so lowering those energetic barriers and expanding out energetically. And that oftentimes just allows you to be more relaxed. Because when we get into stress and anxiety, we contract and we become really small, and we have all these barriers and we don't want to be present with the event. And so that increases the stress times 1,000 for sure. So if there's one thing you could practice, moving forward in your life, and especially using it around Christmas and any other times that are stressful for you, is taking a deep breath, relaxing, lowering those energetic barriers, and all you think is barriers down. Barriers down, and expand out. And then you have to trust that because you can't see, this was the thing that really got me in the beginning, but I can't see that my barriers are down. I just have to trust and know that energetically they are, because I have asked them to and requested of it. And I can't see that I have expanded out, but I have to trust that because I've asked my infinite being, my energy, to expand, that it is. Now, that was basically the mantra in my head for the first couple of years. I'm not kidding you. I would be driving to Lloydminster, which is a city close to me, and I'd think, barriers down, expand out. Barriers down, expand out. Barriers down, expand out. That was my mantra in my head for the longest time, to start to shift the way that I be with things. And that did start to change the stress in my life. I started to notice where I was having more ease being in those situations, because I was changing the perception that I had of what was going on by lowering my barriers and expanding out. That. And so that's my stress tip for you today moving forward, coming up around the holiday season. And also another thing is, ask yourself this question: what would be fun for you this holiday season? What would be fun for you? And what works for you, including yourself in the event, and not putting so much energy and attention to those people that are coming. They, no matter how hard you try, they might not actually enjoy it, because maybe there's some people that don't like to be happy. And that was something I had to face and realize for myself, that there is actually people that don't want to be happy. But I did. But I kept making myself miserable, trying to make those people happy that didn't want to be happy. And you know what? When I finally stopped trying to make those people happy and actually just allowed them to be miserable and made myself happy, made my happiness my responsibility, those other people got a little bit happier. Evil laugh. Anyway, so that's Coffee Chat for today. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. And if you got something out of this, I would be grateful if you would share it. And if you want a little bit more about this stress management stuff, I am doing a Zoom meeting, Zoom call, Zoom information class with my friend Mary Case, who's also a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. And I mean, she was a teacher and she was a professional violinist, and we really recognize the value in these tools and how you can take them and use them to change the stress in your life. Anyway, we're doing a one-time call on Wednesday, November 30th, coming up on Wednesday. It's called Stress Management 101, and with Mary and I. And you can join us on Zoom for that, and you can also get the replay and the recording. And I'll put a link to that class I've got coming up with this video here. Give me a couple of hours to do that. But anyway, if you want more, there's more. Leanne, I'm just ending. Good morning. You're going to have to catch the replay. Okay. Mwah. Grateful for you guys. Have an amazing day wherever you are, whatever you're up to. Bye-bye for now.